All right, let's just jump right into this explainer. Today, we're looking at a framework that completely flips how we view our own potential. I mean, we're talking about shifting from just, enduring that passive daily grind to actually adopting an intentional mindset. The exact kind of mindset you need to literally attract success. Because let's be real, if you've ever felt like you're working insanely hard but just pushing against a brick wall, this breakdown is absolutely for you.
So here's the thought. Why do genuinely brilliant people sometimes fail to succeed? It's kind of wild, right? But it's a question that reveals a pretty massive truth about human achievement. We see it all the time. People with off-the-charts IQs who just can't seem to get their careers off the ground. Raw intellect simply isn't enough. It turns out you need 5 specific, magnetic tools to actually pull success towards you. So let's unpack what those are.
Starting off with number 1, the power of a smile, your first magnetic tool. This is arguably the most immediate outward behavioral tweak you can make right now. Think about it. Are you walking around with a gloomy, unapproachable face that actively pushes people away? Or are you rocking a bright, smiling face that just naturally draws colleagues and opportunities right to your desk? Even if people don't consciously realize why they're drawn to you, it creates this undeniable magnetic pull. Plus, honestly, it's a brilliant strategic move. There's this idea that a smile is the greatest method to erase hostility. And it really makes sense. If you're genuinely smiling, anyone harboring bad intentions suddenly feels like the absolute bad guy. It completely neutralizes their aggression. It really makes a simple smile your ultimate weapon in any tricky social environment.
Moving on to number 2, words as your engine, adding horsepower to your life.
So shifting from our facial expressions to our actual voices. The words you choose to use, especially when things get tough, act as the literal engine of your life. Imagine your words like a horse-drawn carriage. Every single bright, encouraging word you speak, boom, you just added another horse. Speak another one, add a second horse. You instantly increase your pulling power. If you're speaking constructively on a constant basis, you're building an absolutely unstoppable carriage. Because when you get right down to it, words are the dividing line between happiness and unhappiness. By continually adding this positive horsepower, your carriage gets exponentially stronger. You can carry way more weight, tackle way harder obstacles, and actually help more people. On the flip side, constant negative words, they just unhitch your horses until you're literally stuck in the mud.
All right, number 3, the 15-minute coffee break, pacing for peak efficiency.
Now, if we want to seriously improve our work efficiency, we have to play nice with our biology, not fight it. Human biology dictates a really hard limit. Our absolute maximum threshold for maintaining intense, deep concentration is only about 3 hours. Trying to push past that with sheer brute force doesn't magically make you a better worker. Honestly, it just leads to mistakes.
That is exactly why stepping away for a brief 10 to 15-minute break is absolutely not slacking off. It's a crucial, strategic recharge. People who feel guilty about taking a short rest, they often end up totally wasting the remaining hours of their day simply because their mental focus is completely fried. So the play here is to tackle crucial tasks when your energy peaks. Save the simple, mindless stuff, organizing your desk, sorting through junk emails, for those tired evening hours. You want to attack your most vital, heavy-lifting work right after those rejuvenating breaks, when your concentration tank is at 100%.
Which brings us to number 4, thoughts as physical blueprints, the architecture of your reality.
Okay, transitioning from external habits to our deeper internal drivers. We're talking about thought power. This isn't just some collection of fleeting, abstract ideas. It's a tangible, magnetic force. Your thoughts actually act as the architectural blueprint for the life you want to build. Think about it. You wouldn't try to build a house without a blueprint, right? Well, you can't build a successful life without one either. Here's how this actually plays out in the real world. Step 1. You draw a super vivid, concrete goal in your mind. Step 2. Figurative passersby stop to admire it. Imagine a young person, totally broke, but they draw up this incredible, detailed blueprint for a house. Someone wealthy walks by, sees it, and offers to fund it. A carpenter sees it, gets inspired, and offers to build it. Simply by vividly envisioning a concrete goal, you naturally attract the exact cooperators, the money, and the skills needed to make the whole thing a reality. It's wild.
And finally, number 5, enthusiasm, the ultimate fuel for igniting your potential.
This right here is the grand crescendo of the whole framework. Circling back to our very first question about why brilliant people fail, well, even the smartest people on the planet will stagnate if they don't have an internal fire. Without enthusiasm, the most brilliant minds are going to fail to execute those amazing blueprints we just talked about. Raw intellect is totally useless if it isn't backed by absolute, overwhelming drive.
I love to think of it this way. No matter how good the clay or glaze is, a masterpiece cannot be baked without the intense heat of the kiln. Your intelligence, your degrees, your skills, they're just the raw clay. Sure, they look nice, but they aren't finished. Your overwhelming enthusiasm, that is the kiln's fire. That intense heat is what actually hardens the clay and creates the final masterpiece. So when we pull all of this together, you permanently shift your whole trajectory. Equip your smile to erase hostility. Rev up your positive engine with constructive words. Take those intentional breaks to respect your biological limits. Draw incredibly vivid mental blueprints. And, most importantly, ignite your enthusiasm to actually bake the masterpiece. If you do this, you shift from passively existing to actively magnetizing success.
Knowing that your thoughts literally build your reality, and your enthusiasm provides the vital heat to finish it, I want to leave you with this final exciting thought. What kind of blueprint will you draw today? What masterpiece are you going to start building right now? Thanks for hanging out with me for this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.